Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome to Books, Beauty, and Stuff. This is episode 1 of my new playlist called Hot Politics. And it's definitely appropriate to review a book that has been having a lot of people talking. A lot of people have been talking about this man over 40 plus years. And especially on that night, January 18th, 1990, in the Vista Hotel here in Washington, D.C. Who y'all think I'm talking about? But my man, the person I admire, my Ward A council person, my former mayor, and he's always going to be the mayor for life of D.C., Marion. And his book is entitled, appropriately, Mayor for Life, by Marion and Omar Tyree. First of all, I'm going to say this much right now, okay? I have been Marion constituent for the last, all my life just about. He was mayor when I was born in 1984 because he first came in office in 1979. Something wrong with my glasses, but I will. Not only that, he became the council person of Ward 8 in 2004. I moved back in Ward 8 in 2012. Excuse me. But as long as I can remember, he's always been a huge part of DC's political scene, not just mayor. He was on as a council person. He also was seated at large. He just did everything. And I'm glad this book came out. And this is, to me, so far one of the best political books I've read this year. Not just about politics, it's about Marion the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it talks about how he came up from Mississippi and Memphis, Tennessee. Excuse me, I'm exhausted. How he worked hard in building his career, fought a lot during the civil rights movement. There was one part of the book I enjoyed, and when he definitely came to Washington, he was in New York working with the program SNCC, Students Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and one of the people he was working with, he said he wanted to go back down south. So when they sent him to Washington, D.C., he came down here, and after 3 months, he said he's not leaving because he's seen so much potential in Washington, D.C. Not only does this book cover his career and his birth and his college years, it talks about his intimate side, like his family, his close friends, his close allies, the people that supported him the most here in D.C., his constituents, people that supported him all over, how his campaign ran. Some of the other mayors as well too. Some of their what they did in office as well too. I'ma just say this much: I am a huge fan and admirer, and like I said, his constituent of Marion. I am a huge admirer of his because, for one, Marion has did so much for Washington, D.C. Not just coming from this book. He has helped my family, a lot of my friends' families, a lot of poor African American families in D.C. help a lot of the underdogs here, women, senior citizens, people with disabilities, the gay and lesbian community. He actually was an advocate for the LGBT community before it was cool to be an advocate, before being an advocate was hot, before having gay and lesbian friends was in, you know. He was there fighting for us. And I hate to say, I probably, like I said, I came out of the closet when I was 10, but it was like a lot of laws helping to protect LGBT people were put in place. A lot of laws, being who I was, it sort of protected me in the long run from a lot of hate crimes, even though we do have hate crimes. But enough about that. He also broke a lot of chains with DC government concerning African Americans here in DC, because everyone, okay, like for example, one of my sisters were arguing about DC being the north, DC being the south. I told her DC has always been a southern city. For one, it's below the Mason-Dixon line. Two, it has. I'm sorry, I keep yawning. I'm exhausted. It has a lot of segregation here, just like it did a lot of southern cities. We had to fight. A lot of floors African Americans could go in because of our skin color. A lot of restaurants we couldn't eat in. Even some of the schools, because I've talked to a couple of native Washingtonians, they have also said that a lot of the schools in the district we're segregated, weren't integrated. The only schools probably in the district back in the day that was able to have African Americans there. This I'm talking about like the 40s and 50s. Was enough for one. It was Cardoza and one is Dunbar. If they're more, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that Marion Barry put out this book. I'm gonna tell you also why I'm glad he put out this book, because you had a lot of people who only remember the incident from the Vista Hotel where he got caught smoking crack and by the woman Hazel Rashida Moore. He got caught. He went to jail for 6 months to do this time. Woo woo woo. A lot of people pissed me off when they were so quick to say, "Oh, that's what he did." A lot of people need to read. A lot of folks, I'm telling you to read this book because he finally gets to tell his story, his side of the story, what he's been through the time from the Vista Hotel, with him becoming mad, with a lot of attacks on his character. Because a lot of us Washingtonians know that whole hotel thing was a huge setup. Hell, yeah, the bitch set him up. Okay. That was, people came out with that so fast, and everybody remember that, oh, the bitch set him up. When you are in the heat of anger, and especially if you're angry, that is the first thing. I mean, not just saying that's the first thing. The first thing that comes to mind is probably what you're going to say, especially when you're in the heat of the moment. So, no, I don't blame him. Do I think he's a god? No, of course not. He's human just like the rest of us. And that's why I'm glad he got his book, because he does admit his flaws. He does admit a lot of the times that he screwed up or fucked up. Excuse my language. He admitted a lot of things, and people were so quick to say, "Oh, well, he smoked crack." First of all, like I said, I'm a person that, like I said, he helped my family a lot here and a lot of other poor African American families. He did a lot, not just for the LGBT community. He did a lot for healthcare, HIV and AIDS when it came out in the city, like 83 and 84. He did so much for the city. And like I said, I'm glad he finally got a chance to tell the story, especially to the naysayers who just calls him a crackhead, don't even remember the good that he did. So I'm very glad. And if hopefully, I mean, of course you're going to have people that still going to hate him regardless. They hate the fact that he did a lot for African Americans. They hate the fact that he broke down a lot of the segregationists and stuff as well. Anyway, this is sort of a review. This is a review, but it's more like my own personal take on the book. This is the best political I've read. This book is actually was published by my girl Zane, edited by my girl Charmaine. It was co-written by Omar, Tyree, and Marion Barry herself. And I just gotta say, this is one of the best political reads I've read. This is actually my first book in hot political read, and with political hot politics. I'm sorry, don't mind me. Hot politics, or politics in heat, or whatever you want to call it. Hot politics. I definitely gotta say, you definitely need to get this book. I'm going to link the link bar below of Simon & Schuster's website, and I'm definitely going to link Amazon's link bar below. Thank you guys for watching Books, Beauty, and Stuff. Thank you guys for supporting a lot of the authors I read, and just checking out a lot of the books I recommend as well too. Anyway, thanks Jonah for letting me know about this book, because best believe I got it. So I definitely will talk to you guys later, and talk to you later. Bye.